Hey guys, I'm gonna show how to finish the heel hook, just the finishing part. Like we've already gotten in, did all the hard work, and we've gotten in. Now, how do I break his leg? Okay, so we're here. Ashi's an okay place to finish from. You can get a good tap from here, but the ultimate finishing position, guys, is going to be double outside ashi. So let's practice from here and just learning how this works together, my legs and my braking mechanic. You'll be able to understand why this is the preferred position, and you can always be hunting for this for the finish, specifically for the finish. This is really good for control in entering, but this is good for braking. Notice I didn't even move my foot here, guys, from ashi. It stays, and I just lock up right here. To get the heel, guys, we usually have it before we get here. Okay, it's hard to hook it from here. So a lot of times if we're in ashi, we'll initiate the roll, and I'll catch it right here, and I already have the heel, and we end up over here and we transition to double outside. So right here, it would be tough to expose the heel from this position, but let's just act like we already have it. Let's say I rotate it and I catch it right here. First things first, right now, toes in the armpit, not so good. What I want is the toes in my bicep. Boom. The lower I can catch down in the bicep, the better, the more leverage I'm going to have. It's like having the end of the lever with the longest part of my lever, which is my elbow, okay, the pit of my elbow. So right here, you can tell that there's already some stress on his foot, okay? I need to make sure my partner's knee is bent in this position, okay? And when you do the roll, it'll naturally be there. When I go to finish, right now my forearm is at this angle. If we want max braking pressure, I'm gonna change the angle of my forearm by tucking my elbow in. And you can't really do this very much to your partner, but you'll kind of see what I mean. It's so excruciatingly painful that a lot of people will be tapping before you need to get this deep into it. But watch, I bring my elbow back, and now my forearm's attempting to go at this angle. Right, it's a lot of pressure on Joey. He's really inflexible in the ankle, so I'm just going to be easy. I'm going to bring it back just a little bit, but notice I can use my elbow and my bicep to bring the toes back towards his butt. That's one of the mechanics we're going to use to brake. So think about this. Through this whole thing, I want to make his toes go back towards his butt, okay? So I got it hooked in the bicep. I try to bring my elbow back, okay? I've got a nice expose a lot of pressure on the ankle right now. I'm gonna connect my hands, guys, and watch this. I'm gonna cinch this up tight to my body. My legs start to engage, okay? And here's where all the pressure comes on. I'm gonna load my weight back over the foot. It's hard to do this because he's already in a lot of pain, but if I loaded all my weight onto the foot, it'd be a lot more pressure. Now, my shoulder and bicep are gonna pull the toes back this way as I bring the heel to my face. So I'd start to go back that direction as I bring it up to my face. I had to alleviate pressure on the legs because it's so tight, but if real life, I'd be putting a lot of pressure on the legs, and when I load the pressure up, it's really hard to do to your partner, especially if their ankles are inflexible. But let's imagine, guys, I have Joey's heel. If I can bring my forearm into this angle, right here, it's really tight already. I bring my bicep back to where my forearm's at this angle. I connect, everything squeezing in. My legs start to engage. I glue this to my body. I load my weight up over the top of it. And now as my bicep would go back this way, I'd pull the heel up to my face. And you can see what that would do to his leg. It's terrible. The reason this is so brutal, guys, is if your knees, whatever way your knees are facing, that's going to be the force of your hip pressure, right? That's my hips driving through at that angle. When my brake mechanic's going directly opposite of the pressure of my hips, that's when it's like max pressure. It's like Danaher says, tearing a piece of paper. It's like two opposite directions. So as I'm driving my hips this way, my braking mechanic's going back this way, that's when that force really just pops that knee. And this knee's not super strong to begin with. So remember that. That's why if you just go here, look what way my knees are facing now. If I go trying to break it here, I could get a break, but it's gonna be less pressure than when I roll back over here and now closing the loop and reinforcing with double outside ashi. Now it's really bad over here. So toes on a bicep. I'm gonna try my best to bring my bicep back in. I'm gonna not do that for Joey right here. But I connect, I load my pressure, I engage my legs, my head goes back over it, my weight's on it, I bring the toes back, and I bring the heel up to my face. And it's a lot of pressure here, guys. So play with it safely with your partners. Just realize how painful that is. Do it to each other so we understand how dangerous that is. Here's the cool thing about this, guys. If you do a heel hook the right way like this, it puts so much pressure here that you won't be able to apply your hip pressure. The hips is what breaks the knee. This mechanic here is what breaks the ankle. So this will make them tap before this ever happens. So this is actually a safer way to do the heel hook as opposed to going, like full speed. If I go full speed for my hips before I do that, it's gonna hurt the knee before it hurts the ankle, or quicker. Anyway, so practice like that, guys. Try it out.